The workshop was organized to share and improve the results of floods and drought simulation in the Volta Basin. Key amongst issues discussed is the early warning systems, which keep stakeholders to put in place measures to reduce the impact of flooding and drought in communities, especially those along the Volta Basin that experience sea level flood situations. It is against this backdrop that the Ghana Meteorological Agency is warning the public to exercise precaution, as there will be more rains accompanied by strong winds in the coming months. Joshua Asamoah is a senior meteorologist at the Public Weather Office.
During the start of the year, even before the seasonal forecast was sent out, we communicated that the start of the season, the onset of the rainfall season, will be characterized by strong winds accompanied by the rainfall. The good thing is that, well, it has its positive and negative aspects. When the strong winds come along with the heavy rainfall, you have a lot of tree falling and all of that, and it also comes with its havoc. But the rainfall accompanying that heavy windstorm, that's not really, the accumulation is not that high. So anytime you have strong winds accompanying rainfall, the amount of rain that come with it is a bit lower. But when the rains come with little wind, they are able to stay for a long period of time, pour for a long period of time. A typical example is what happened in June 3rd, 2015. The good news is that most of the strong winds that we'll be seeing in the year for the southern parts of the country, we've already been seeing them, because we are now going into the peak of the rainfall season. During the peak, they are not really accompanied by that heavy winds. Till we get to July, thereabout. Then we'll get a break somewhere in August. We'll be getting the cloudy conditions. In September, October, and November, we'll go back to another season for southern Ghana, which will also come with that strong winds and then the heavy rainfall. But for people in the northern portions, they are now going to experience that strong winds because they are now going into their rainfall season. So the best thing to do is that the moment you see signs of rainfall, the best thing is to get a shelter. People are really, I think whenever they see clouds gathering, they want to rush and get to their homes. Sometimes even school children are left to go home when they see clouds gathering. It's the worst decision you can ever take. So just keep them in a place where you think they are safe. The event should happen. When it is done, you can now release them to go. Flowing water has a very good strength to carry anything that comes in its path. So you see your car being washed away by running water.
Principal Officer for Monitoring at the Water Resources Commission, Eric Muala, emphasized the need to improve early warning systems to reduce the impact of floods on life and property.
We can't say we can prevent flood and drought. What we can do is to sort of either control or adapt to it. And to do that, we have an early warning system. And this early warning system is to ensure that before the situation happens, stakeholders have the information ahead of time to give to the right institutions to start mobilizing resources and the people to reduce the impact of the flood on populace, or investment or infrastructures. We have the institutions that are mandated to give us information with respect to weather or flood. So what we need to do is that when we have the information being sent to us, we need to take them seriously. That's the only way as populace, because the information will always come. Now it is for us to also respond. It may not be, it's like we may not have it spreading abroad, completely to everyone, but at least when you hear someone with that information, I think you should also take a precaution.
Stakeholders are calling for behavior change on the part of citizens to better manage flood situations. Rejoice Semefa Besu's report for Joy News.